Showtime.
All right. We're back. Yeah, we're back.
Hey, Mikey, what did the Patriots get for that little trade back? A third?
I don't know.
I'm
trying to find it. I haven't been able to find any of the trades so far.
Dude, I penciled this in as the biggest year for Bill Belichick. He's got to ace this draft, man.
Oh, yeah, there's this heat on that boy right now.
Oh,
so much heat.
That's a great pick, though. That's a great start.
Man,
You get the best corner in this draft.
Oh God, yeah. I don't like the fact that they did that, but
yeah.
Dude, I was so impressed last year when Belichick played the Dolphins. The scheme he threw against them, man, it was so creative. It was so good, man.
Hello. You guys can hear me, right?
Yeah, we got you, Tommy.
All right.
I mean, if he's got extra
I don't know what happened,
like
Jason. I have no idea. I'm sorry, guys. In the
wow.
Is Jason back? I don't see anybody in the chat.
Yeah, right here. Look.
Oh, I don't see it at all.
I don't know, brother.
I don't know either.
I'll control it for now.
Okay.
Yeah, man. They got him as the first cornerback, fourth most athletic,
bro.
Second production.
It just cut off, Jason. I have no idea why that happened, bro.
Tommy, I'll be right back.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
That is really, really impressive.
Oh, man. What the hell was that about, guys? I'm sorry for guys in the chat, man. Curtis, Jerry. That was odd, bro.
I'm sorry. What the hell are the Lions doing?
They're the Lions. They had a little bit of success and it went to the head, and now they're high on, whatever.
Yeah. So Bills fans, we can take Jack Campbell off the board. He's going to the Lions.
Wow. A little early. I'm surprised there.
Oh, I have no idea.
Damn it.
I have no idea.
Yeah, that was Mikey's guy. I like him too, but I thought he was going to fall to the
yeah, he's gone.
second.
Yeah, Bills fans can say goodbye to that. That's gone.
Yep. All right. Yeah, Jason, technical difficulties.
Yeah, no idea what I don't know what
Got
happened.
the Fanatics stream. That's fine. Scott can go hang out with the Fanatics.
I wonder if Scott was mad and just
left us.
Oh man.
Yeah, dude. I was doing I did my live thing 2 days ago, and I used the Bills Dolphins game as like the major portion of it. I was going over to film, and the interesting part that I was coming across. You had Tyron Johnson. He was playing the Sam linebacker in the nickel against my Dolphins, and you guys are actually shutting down the run. And I know that like Edmonds, he's a 250 guy, he runs pretty fast. But there's other ways to kind of mitigate that fact. Now, Oliver's a small DT, and he has trouble occupying guys. But, maybe you bring in a big DT to occupy guys, and you don't need such a big linebacker to go along with Milano and the other guys you're bringing up in safety. Look what Belly does over there. I mean, he plays a 3-4, but still, you guys with Vaughn in there, he soaks up 2 tackles. If you can get another big space eater at DT, you might not need – yeah, you might not –
6'3", 330. Give me Mozzie all day long inside there.
You might not need that big linebacker because Edmonds struggled in pass coverage. And, you guys might not need to replace him in that mold because, honestly, Dolphins don't really run. Maybe the Jets will.
Right.
I don't know. You guys might not need that linebacker if you can get another big guy, to fill up that and just soak up. If you play like a 2-gap a lot and they're soaking up those linemen, you could have a small linebacker who's flowing and shooting.
Yeah. Yep.
I couldn't believe how you were killing our run game, and you had Taron Johnson, who's like 192 pounds, as the Sam linebacker. I was talking to my Dolphin fans. I'm like, you guys are high as a kite. Don't you realize that this is like pathetic? You can't have that.
I like this. Siaka Ika, as a 1 tech at 59. Okay, I can see that. I think I would rather have Keanu Benton or Mozzie Smith out of the DT, but I can get on board with Aika if that's who's left there at 59. Jack Campbell at 18 blows my mind. Like people were having a hard time wrapping their head around him being there at 27, like taking him at 27.
Yeah,
right.
The Lions.
But he's such a Lions pick. Gibbs and Campbell.
those are reaches. I mean, like, Campbell's a good linebacker, and I think
Yes.
that could be that. I think that could be an instant starter for them. The
Mhm.
Gibbs pick was a reach because you could have
Yeah.
took Gonzalez.
Hugely
You
reach.
could have took Gonzalez and Campbell.
Yeah.
By the way, the chat's delayed because I couldn't figure. I can't change the. Usually, guys, when I'm set up these streams, like
Mhm.
I'm able to do it where the chat is kind of with us, but they're going to be on delay right now because we went live without me scheduling. You know, I had to. So
Mhm.
just a heads up, guys, you're a little behind. You know,
Ooh,
nothing I could do on that.
okay. So the Bucks are taking Elijah Cansey.
Elijah Cansey of the Bucks. Wow. Okay. They could use him as a 5 tech on that. You know, on that D line.
Yeah. Our mock drafts are screwed. Our mock drafts are screwed here.
Nobody saw Gibbs at 12.
No one saw that coming.
You know,
That
you know,
was reach.
McDonald at 15.
Mm-hmm.
Like I could see all the other ones when we're looking at it. You know, I could see the twist of Witherspoon at 5. Okay, I can get on board with that. Paris Johnson at 6. Okay, that makes sense. He's the top 15 player. You know, but when you get into the Jahmyr Gibbs at 12, Van Ness at 13, McDonald at 15, that's just different. Hold on, I think my food's here. I'll be right back.
So you know what the most shocking part? Will Levis has not come off the board yet, and I think I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think he. I think there's maybe 2 teams. No, I think there's one team that can, maybe 2. And I'll say 2 that can grab him. That's Minnesota and New Orleans. If they don't grab him, he's not going. He's not making out a day 1. He's gonna be probably a day 2 pick. But I think that kind of goes to show you, man, that people. I mean. I've always said that Will Levis looks like a day 2 pick to me because I just don't see anything special about him. I mean, like, he's got a great arm, but he's not that, he's not that athletic. He doesn't have the proper footwork, the consistent footwork. He doesn't really go through his progressions that frequently. Like, he doesn't have the athletic upside as an Anthony Richardson, but he's not CJ Stroud and he's not Bryce, you know? So it's kind of like what makes him special besides the arm talent. When we've seen way too many quarterbacks become busts because of their arm, you know.
Yep. Rosen, remember Rosen?
Josh Rosen had
who was the NFL ready quarterback?
And NFL ready quarterback.
Oh, good Lord.
There's something just not right about Rosen. I don't know what it was, man. He just had bad decision making and some weird mechanics on easy throws. I don't know what happened to him. He just fell apart. He wasn't terrible that first year with the Cardinals, and it was just like doomsday after that.
He was so bad the XFL didn't want to take him.
Man? My headphones are all messed up.
It might be personality. Maybe he just didn't have, maybe he wasn't a harder worker or something. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, the Jets are really hurt, man. They're going to have to pray. They're going to do. I mean, Verituck is their emergency valve. But what do they do? I mean, you know the draft, Jared. What do you think, man? Who else can they possibly get at tackle?
You're going to have to hope and pray that DeJuan Jones, or maybe you can get a DeJuan Jones. Maybe. I mean, I don't like Harrison. Harrison's a swing tackle. I don't like Harrison for them as far as value. I don't know. Maybe you can get the kid. Maybe you can get the tackle from Syracuse. Maybe in early or later day 2. They need tackle help really badly, though. I mean, they need tackle help very badly. If Broderick Jones was there, they would have took him. I don't think they would have. They wouldn't even hesitated. They would have took him. I don't think they would have expected the Steelers to make that move. It's just, but.
I'm surprised though. I mean, if you got the Patriots in front of you and you need to tackle that bad, dude, make that go jump 2 spots. What's going to cost you? A third maybe or something? You got to protect your quarterback. You spent You
Yeah.
got to. You spent all those picks, all that money, older quarterback. I thought that was bad tactical. It's better to be safe than sorry. They could have moved up 2 spots.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Mhm.
maybe they could. Maybe it wasn't there for them. Maybe it wasn't available.
Yeah, you got to hope and pray that Micah Becton can stay healthy, because if he doesn't stay healthy, you're screwed. You don't have anybody else that can.
Oh man,
You
Oh,
are
yeah,
screwed
you-
if Becton can't get it right.
Yep.
Any new picks?
No,
Wow.
no picks around that yet.
Okay.
And they don't really have
Scott-
much money, doesn't? They can't really like even get a guy. I mean,
Mm.
no one's parting with tackles.
And there's not
Wow.
a ton out on the board right now, like out in free agency.
Yeah.
I'm
nope.
surprised they didn't even trade back and just try to like move back, try to get one of these. That's bad, man. I feel bad for them.
Does Seattle grab Levis here?
It's a possibility.
Groom him behind Geno for a year or two?
It's a possibility. If Kancey wasn't going to Tampa, I actually wouldn't mind him going to Seattle. But yeah, it's like Seattle doesn't. They got their cornerback. I think you got your linebacker. I think their ground game is good to go.
Mhm.
I think, again, maybe you can still address something with the offensive line, like maybe getting a guard, maybe getting a center like a John Michael Schmitz. But I would say.
What
I
about
wouldn't mind-
Minnesota, man? Cousins is
That's
going to
what-
be moving on.
That's what I'm saying. I could see Hendon Hooker or Levis going to Minnesota. Hendon Hooker seemed like – I thought Levis would be gone by now, honestly. Hendon Hooker seemed like a good fit because he's coming off that ACL. Gives him a year.
Hey,
behind
once
the
again, I
back.
want to apologize for the stream getting cut off earlier. I have no idea what happened.
You're fired. You're
No.
fired. It's going to be
I don't
Curtis's
know.
Mafia Sports Report now, dude. You've been
I know,
demoted.
right? Curtis taking over. I have no idea. I don't know. What's really weird too? Like, it won't even play back the video of what we did for 2.5 hours.
Are you serious? That's all gone?
It plays for 26 seconds, all black screen. I've checked. I don't know what happened. I have no
hate
idea.
technology,
It has to
dude.
be a glitch on YouTube or something. I have no idea. It's the oddest thing, man. I thought maybe I'm like, oh shoot, maybe they got me on a copyright strike again, because they will kick you off, guys, if you're doing something, copyright strike. But I'm not playing any TV in the back, nothing. So I don't know why. And I would have got a notice on my email. I got nothing. So I think it was a glitch. So I don't know. Odd, bro.
Is it because I'm announcing the picks too early?
I apologize.
They see that like, wait a minute.
Oh my God, right? That'd be that's what it was.
He's too
Roger
good,
Goodell's like, get that mother.
Yeah.
Get out of here. Oh,
No,
man,
it's not even
guys,
Roger Goodell.
appreciate
It's the network saying, hey, who is this guy?
Yeah, man. So I appreciate you guys sticking around and coming back, because look, we actually have more live right now than we did earlier.
Right on.
Yeah, so I appreciate y'all, man, hopping back on, man.
Scotty's
Even you,
back.
Scott. Yeah, even you, Scott. Probably you. Nah, it wasn't that. I don't know what it was. It's not even on YouTube anymore. I'm telling you, it's not me. It was.
Yeah.
They
So,
like
yeah,
totally just. I have no idea what happened, bro.
So
I
Jack
apologize.
Smith and Jigba, man, that pick is starting to become a little bit more. That's starting to become a little bit more reality.
I'll tell you, I think JSN goes at 21 if he's still on the board.
Yeah, to the Chargers. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I can see Baltimore too. Baltimore needs more receiving help.
Yep. I wonder if Seattle is fielding calls right now. Baltimore trying to move up. I can see, Minnesota trying to move up because they just lost. They just lost Thielen. The Giants. I can see the Giants trying to move up. They could use a receiver. To get, Daniel Jones is got to throw to somebody.
What are we on? Pick 20, guys. So we're 7 picks away, man.
Yeah.
7 picks away. And right now, it don't seem like the Bills are trading back, but we'll see.
Okay, here's a question. Would you guys make a move now for one of the receivers or hold tight? See, if we made the move to 20, I'd be okay with that if it's for JSN.
No, that he's gone.
He's going? Is it
Seattle.
Seattle taking?
Yep, Seattle got him.
Okay.
There you go. Hey, that's a good pickup for Seattle, man.
I mean, he's going to go in
Next to
between
DK.
Lockett and Metcalf. He's going to go in the
Yeah.
slot.
Tyler
Yeah.
Lockett.
Great pick for them.
Yep. Well, it is what it is.
It's okay. It is what. Yeah. I'll be surprised if we make a pick at all tonight.
No, I think we do. I still don't think we trade back.
I do. I don't think we're making a pick tonight. I really don't.
Really? You think we're
I don't want a Quentin Johnson, or I don't want us to reach for, because I think besides JSN, I don't really want another
Any of the receivers.
Yeah, I really don't. If anything, I don't mind getting a receiver in day 2, but to get one in day 1, I think would be a little bit of a reach at this point.
What's the question here, Scott? How does Shakir know?
What's he asking?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Is it going to be for Zay Flowers, though, Triggs? Some people love him. You either love him or hate him.
That's so odd, man.
That's bothering you still, isn't it?
It's driving me nuts, man. It's weird because it actually plays ads to start, and then it goes 24 seconds with nothing, and then yeah. Hey, real quick, chat. Hey, no, it's not that, man. I don't think so.
I'm having a browser issue over here, man.
No, because even if listen, so just a heads up, guys. When you stream like this, if I were to get kicked off, the stream would still be live, and I can come back in. That has nothing to do with me. My power could go out. Mikey knows this, and Mikey would still be on. So it has nothing to do with my computer, nothing like that. This is something with YouTube or Melon not communicating, but it's just weird that YouTube now won't even play the video. Like, I don't. It's so odd, Mikey.
They might be having a server issue in YouTube too.
Maybe, I don't know. Crazy, but I apologize. Hey, real quick too to the chat, and I do apologize. Or actually, maybe I can have Curtis look. Curtis, when you go on Mafia Sports Report right now, if you look, are you able to see that you could super chat? Like, is that available? Because I don't see it on my end, and I'm just curious if that's even available to you on the chat function.
I'm getting there. Hold on.
All right. Sorry, guys, man. I know. I apologize.
Didn't happen. It's all good. JSN was announced.
Drives me nuts.
Yeah, I can sign in.
No, I mean super chat. You see the dollar sign when you chat. You know what I'm talking about. You ever seen that before?
I gotta sign. Yeah, I gotta sign in. Over here.
It's there.
Oh, it's there. It's there.
Yeah.
All right, never mind, Jarek. All right, guys, we're back to normal. Then I don't know what happened to the old video. Maybe YouTube corrects it, which they could, and fix it. Because man, that would suck. 2.5 hours.
That's another thing. Maybe it's processing.
Oh, that's true. It is long. It was 2.5 hours. All right, hey, I'm not gonna bug out, man. Hey, Scott, I apologize, man. We were really talking really nice about you for the last for 10 minutes of complete dead air. We thought we were live.
Matter of fact, I nailed Christian Gonzalez pick, and we were on dead air.
Yeah, we were saying how great Scott was, one of our better, the best, gives the best chats and all that. We were just really just dialing it in, and how we could do like maybe a surprise, gift for you in the future. No, I'm just messing with you.
Scott, but you had to answer us in like 10 seconds, and you didn't do it.
You know why I knew though, guys, that we were off? Because we were talking about Scott. I was waiting for Scott to respond because I know he would, right? Didn't. And he didn't. And I'm like, why is Scott not responding? I'm like dialing it in on him. And I look up, it says 0 watchers. And I'm like, well, that wouldn't make sense. 0. We went from 13 to 0. Oh, fudge. Thanks a lot, Roger Goodell. See, Jarek? You know what I mean?
Scott, yeah, my ears were burning, so I had to shut your computer down.
I know, right? It's all right. It's all
right. So let's see. The Chargers are on the board. Could this be Kincaid here? Or Meyer?
Yeah, maybe getting
I heard last night as one of the ones I was watching, they were saying Don't be surprised if Quentin Johnson goes here, the big receiver out of TCU. They love those big receivers.
It'd be funny if Darnell Washington comes off the board just to piss off a lot of Bills fans. He kind of comes off the board, goes to the Chargers.
Anything going on in your neck of the woods, Mr. Curtis, on the Dolphins side of things? Come on.
I'm reading about the Jets over here. It says it sounds like they would trade interest with the Jets, but Douglas decided McDonald was too good to pass up.
Some people had McDonald as the second best pass rusher in this draft. I didn't have that, but some people did.
Too good. Let's see
what he's really. Curtis seems very enamored by those Jets now.
Yeah, well, because to me, it's a fast.
He is from New York. From New York.
No, every single team in the AFC East is a fascinating story. If you think about all four of these teams, they're all in prime position. Any of these teams that come in fourth place, it is doom. It is such a miserable moment. It's like committing Harry Carey, dude. Every one of these teams has to be in first or second, or it's like the nuclear bomb was just dropped on their
inside their fan base. Absolutely.
Oh, it's going to be grueling. It's going to be brutal.
Where did Campbell go? Oh, by the way, can you pull that back up? That Mikey, where the list of Jack Campbell, very surprising, by the way. I don't know if we were off the air at that time.
He went Lions, yeah.
Yeah, I am very surprised he went. They must see something they really like to try, because I thought he was going to be. I thought we'd be reaching at 27. I thought he'd be an early second round pick, but man, they must have saw something. Where'd they wind up getting him at? What pick? 18. Man, I'm telling you, man.
The Lions, I think the Lions have had the worst draft.
That was a reach. That was I agree. I agree.
A good player. Campbell's a really
but not
good
player.
But not there, Mikey. Not.
I think they could have got him in the second round.
Yeah, you could have got him in the second, or I would be fine with that. And if you got Gonzalez, if you would have got Gonzalez with Campbell, I would have been like, okay, you know what? I could deal with that. That's solid picks. But the fact that you got two reaches in the first round.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Now they're getting the third pick in the second round, so who knows what they can do. But
they reached on that receiver from last year too.
This is great. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie.
Lions.
A draft ripped straight through from the Sonny Weaver Jr. playbook. Trade up the number one to take the linebacker.
Mikey, you were right. You're right.
Which one?
Quinn Johnson is going to the
Quinn Johnson? Okay. Yep. I heard that last night.
Yep, you're right.
All right. I'll tell you. I think that one was Connor Rogers and his buddy. It's his new one that he's doing. And his buddy had that. Whoever, it's like Trevor something or other. He works with PFF. But yeah, they have a new one out, and I was listening to them last night, and they were doing their final mock, and he was talking about Johnson. He's like, "Don't be surprised."
Yep. By the way, real quick, while we're doing this, Curtis, I know probably everybody in here chat knows where you're at, but where can they find you and all that good stuff?
At Ace Per Head at YouTube. I'm not fancy schmancy. I don't got Twitter and all that other stuff.
Hey,
I might work into that someday.
What's this Twitter thing about?
Go to YouTube and you type in Ace Per Head and you'll see my face up there.
They have an app now. YouTube has an app, I believe, too. Jared, where can they find you, man? Because I know you're always on there too, man.
Yeah, find me. You guys can find me at Gent Sports, and if you want to follow me on Twitter, Gent716. But no, Gent Sports. If you want to, see some more NFL content, also do some college stuff. So catch me there.
All right, cool. Mikey, is the chat available for you now?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, yeah. Cool. Good stuff. All right, we're back.
Yeah, I like this one.
We're on, baby.
I like this one. It's from Triggs. He says they probably think Johnston can be like the Mike Williams. And they missed that last year when Williams got hurt. So having that, deep threat again, so you can put Williams and Johnston on the outside with Keenan in the slot. That's a good trio. Because all Johnston really has to do is run those nines, those deep routes.
That's
Gentlemen, we
another
are
team, though,
6
that
away.
needs to get that quarterback some run game. It's pathetic, man.
Especially with the issues that they're having with their running back as it is now.
Oh,
Scott's a fan of you, Curtis. He
Oh,
loves
Curtis
your
does.
work.
Like, it sucks that he's
He
a Dolphins
does.
fan, but God, he's
He
really.
does.
I watch all his stuff. He's great.
oh, you're a
He
nice
is.
guy, Mikey. I'll make sure I give you that Christmas card with some
Yes.
cash. in it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Like seriously, I even watch your stuff that you talk about the Dolphins, and it bothers
You're a
me.
nice guy. Give you extra tip for that one.
Yeah, there we go. Racking up that bank, buddy. Wrapping up that bank.
There you go, smart
Oh
man.
my God, dude.
Hey, it's paid advertisement. What am I gonna do?
Johnston got took by the Chargers. Quentin Johnson, wide
A little late for
receiver.
that, Tommy.
You're a little bit late. Yeah, I was too busy just thinking about other crazy stuff in my head. Who knows?
This
But
chair.
I'm
of
not
mine-
late. Scott Blakely's late. He
Okay,
said that.
so now
Anybody
we're
know
at-
how to fix chairs? This chair just constantly keeps dropping. And I don't know how to
Yeah, I
fix it.
hate that, dude.
I don't know what the deal is, man. It's like high tech. I don't get it. It just keeps dropping. I lock it, and it keeps dropping.
It's the pin in it. It's lost its spring. That
My
usually locks it
fat
in place.
behind screwed it up.
You'll have to replace the piston. It's the piston that broke. That
So
pushes
you
You
it
have
up
to
and down.
replace.
Yeah.
Basically, you have to replace the chair. Okay.
No,
My
you
fat
can get them, but I don't know how much you paid for the chair. If it's super expensive, then
I don't
you
know.
rebuy the piston. If it wasn't, you don't want the headache.
Just
When I was a
replace the
facilities
chair,
manager, I
Curtis.
used to have to fix them. It sucks.
Dude, I'm constantly sitting here doing those stupid podcasts, and I'm like sinking down. I'm like, oh man, I get the whole thing over again. What's
It's the piston.
Oh,
It's the piston in
look at that! There goes Zay.
Zeta to Baltimore. That makes sense.
What do you think about that, Jared? Jared, come on, give us some inside scoop. What do you got for us, Jared?
Hey,
I
listen.
see Jared.
I'm checking to see what's going
I
on.
saw a big grin on your face. I thought maybe you had some exciting news for us.
Nah,
Bills fans.
I thought I saw the comment. I'm like that I could see Zay Flowers going to Baltimore though. I could see him going to Baltimore. They need now that Lamar is officially pen to paper. He's now the highest paid quarterback in the league. You got to get that man some weapons besides getting older back junior. Get him some more
Hey,
weapons.
all I know is my man there, Torrance, is still available.
Yeah.
Osiris, baby.
What if we
Osiris
pass
is
on
still
Torrance?
available.
I'm telling you, if Torrance is there, you take him. I don't care what y'all say. He doesn't fit the scheme. Blah,
No,
blah, blah.
you
Dude, that
think you
dude,
take him.
that dude's legit, bro. I don't care. I think Cromer could definitely make that dude work. We need a solid right guard. That dude is a beast, bro.
Is that the dude with the missing teeth?
That's
No,
that dude from the
that's-
Gators.
No, that's Cody Mock.
Oh,
Yeah. No,
Cody
no.
Mock, I know what
that guy's pure Bills Mafia.
Yeah, he is. But no. Hey, Osiris Torrance is huge. Check him out. Curtis,
He's
I don't-
6'5",
I'm gonna look him
330
up
out
now.
of
Hold
Florida.
on.
Oh, dude, he is a.
Osiris. I
He
like
put
the
your
name.
hand. Hey, when he gets your hands up, bro, forget about it. Like he locks in, you're done, dude.
Yeah, but you guys don't run the football, so who cares?
But it don't matter. But maybe
You're
you
gonna throw
get a guy like.
75 times a game.
But maybe you get a guy like that. You start to change your philosophy. I'm just throwing that out there.
Tommy, change the philosophy.
Listen. I can hold on for hope.
You're
Oh,
funny.
he is a big
My
guy,
God,
dude.
guys.
He
He's
only did
huge, bro.
23 bench though, so he's a little meaty, but lacking a little bit of.
No,
Feet, bro.
if you go back and watch his tape, he's super powerful.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, he will bulldoze. He will.
He's also got some lead bricks and pass protection. He's able to stiffen up real good.
He's got a
Drop-
great
drop-
look, dude. I love the look on his cat.
Mm-hmm.
He's not real agile. That's the downfall with him. He's more of a power guy.
Mhm.
Right. Exactly. Yep.
Which
Yeah.
won't work for you because you'll be sitting in pass sets all day.
I mean, even with it,
Pass
like he's
sets all
playing
day
in pass
long.
sets. He's
No, he's not bad. He gave up no sacks throughout his career in college, Curtis. 0. Nothing. Telling you, man. Watch his film. Wherever he goes, watch his film because I am curious what you think about him.
I will.
Because he's projected. He was projected to be the best right guard coming out. Like that's what a lot of people had on their boards. That he was the best guard coming out, right guard.
Yeah,
I'm
we're just
surprised
waiting.
he's still.
We know we were just reading the tea leaves as well.
What happened? What's going on now? What
He
are you
says,
giving me?
he says Flowers to
Oh.
Ravens hasn't been announced. That's just reading the tea leaves. That
It will
seems
be
like,
announced when Jarek announces it, because Jarek
What
has
if-
an inside scoop.
what if
Jarek?
they take
Give it to me. What's the
Addison
scoop?
here? Or
Nick is
they go
in.
crazy and they take a corner, Joey Porter Jr.
That would be such a Baltimore Ravens move. Oh,
They go grab Joey Porter Jr. right here,
They need help in coverage, though.
or Branch. Branch can play multiple spots in the
it's-
secondary.
It's Flowers.
Mhm.
It's Flowers.
Flowers, okay.
Yep, Flowers.
Is it
gone.
Jarek?
Yes, Flowers.
Jarek? Oh, there we go. All right. Wow, there it is. Oh man.
Garrett coming through today.
When you're a good
Flowers.
team, it
Now,
sucks. You
whoever-
gotta wait till.
whoever said Flowers would you, man. I mean, like, that's what's
I mean, it just made sense. Too
Yeah.
much sense.
It's just the one that-
Undersized receiver just seems like Baltimore's MO.
Yep.
You know?
We're what, 4 picks away after this? I mean,
Yeah.
we're right around the corner, guys.
I like
Do you
how it
think-
moves quick now. I hated that 15-minute thing.
Oh, dude, me too. You know what I used to hate the most, and when they would go to the camera would go over to the player and show them on the phone getting drafted. So it took the element of surprise out. They don't do that now. Now they do it when the picks in. That's fine, you know. But I
Okay.
used to hate that.
Triggs, I see you, bud. You can see the Giants taking
Yeah,
Addison.
there's no more excuses for Lamar. I mean, you know, if he
Yeah, you got your
Flowers,
exactly.
He's
You
got
got
Bateman.
you got
Bateman,
Odell
Odell.
now, right?
Yeah, he
you
has
got your
That
because
Bateman money?
Rashad Bateman's coming back too. So he has
Yeah,
Bateman, Odell, Zay, and
Mm-hmm.
and Andrews.
You got a running game with Dobbins.
Yeah.
and-
Oh,
Yeah.
don't forget the
Don't
tight
forget.
end,
Yeah, Andrews.
Andrews.
Mark Andrews.
You
Is
got a solid
beast.
offensive line. Like, there's literally
Right.
no excuses for Lamar Jackson to not get it done, especially if they pay him now. They made him the highest paid quarterback in the league. So
100.
agree.
That's
What
crazy.
was it? 185 million guaranteed or something like that.
185 million
Wild.
guaranteed, 150
Yeah,
million
wild.
fully guaranteed.
Wow.
Yikes!
Wild.
Yeah, man. Tommy, you called it when Josh Allen signed. You're like, watch, in 2 years we're gonna be so excited we signed him
I
early.
told you guys. Yeah, dude. I'm
Because he's
telling you,
already
you
like almost out of the top 10 in quarterbacks.
gotta lock these guys up early, man. It's the best way to do it, man. Honestly.
Yep, Scott was thinking the same thing we were. Josh Allen feels
Yeah,
like
it
he's
is.
still now.
That's why, bro. That's why I kept saying, guys, if
Him?
we waited, his price tag would have went even higher, bro.
Yeah, him and Patrick Mahomes both are underpaid right now.
Ah.
It's crazy to think that, but they are.
Hey, but real quick, Curtis, Tua, what do you think's going to happen there? So you guys gave him the 5th-year option. What's your plans on Tua? You guys think for the Dolphins? You think you're going to wait and see kind of thing, see how he plays out his last year, or what's the philosophy there of giving that 5th-year extension?
Well, they gave it
See
to him
how it-
already. They gave him the 5th.
No, I know, but what's the are they just wanting to see how he plays out his 5th year and give him the big contract? Or
I mean,
think
you
they're
got to
just
see
gonna
what
let him walk?
happens this year. Can he stay healthy?
That's what
You
I'm
know?
saying. Is that reason?
I think
that's
they're just
probably
gonna. I think they're just gonna play it out by week 5.
right. Exactly. That's what I think too.
Now, I honestly, I think that they added Chosen Anderson, and he's gonna definitely help them a lot with the leverage, keeping guys off. They're gonna keep him pretty well protected, I think, but it depends on how much the offensive. That's why I said offensive line attrition is going to be the key, because look, all year long, Dolphins see nickels, and they can't break the nickel with their run game. And now
Right.
you're going to run into teams like, say, the Patriots that are going to be able to not only stop your run, but then load up that nickel and then slow down your pass. And eventually that will get to Tua. And if he gets hit enough and he gets injured, how can you really stick with him? It depends on how injured. They're going to have to ride through the whole season and see what happens.
Yeah.
I don't think there's nothing's going to happen. You got him locked up the next year. I don't even think you should there's no sense even talking about it, because you got to wait for the season to be over,
Yeah.
and if he makes it healthy, to me, I wouldn't have given him the 5th-year option. I didn't want them to give him the 5th-year option. I wanted them, because the same thing, if you're going to sign him long-term, it's better to sign him earlier than late, because it's just going to keep going up in price. And so
Right.
if the guy stayed healthy this year, then you know what? You might as well lock him up. And if not, then move off him. But at this stage, now you've kind of locked him into next year. You can't get out of it. And so if he isn't the quarterback and he gets injured, then you're locked into a quarterback that you don't want. And then even if you do intend him signing, he's going to be more money. So it's like, I don't really like the situation, but I think the kid can play. I think they screwed him up from the very beginning. He's a kid who needs a run game. You got a quarterback that had a very good run game in Alabama, and then you bring him in here and you don't give him any run game. You got a quarterback then who gets injuries, and then you don't give him any run game. It makes no sense. Like the kid, he has a great quick release, and he throws the locations really well. Play action, pull back, and release before those linebackers can recover in space. Like that's like the perfect thing for the kid. And then you get him a good tight end that's a security blanket, and you keep him out of that game. But instead, they give him a porous offensive line, no run game, and they go to most vertical in the NFL. It looks great for the stats books, but look what happened to him last year. So I don't know. I think the kid could play. I still don't think he's being taken care of. I gotta just wait and see what happens.
And he was thinking about retiring too. That tells you.
Yeah, well, who wouldn't?
They sent him to school to learn how to fall down.
I'm just throwing that.
Fall down.
The thing is, man, you once you get one concussion, it's easier to get the second or third. So
from the statistics, they say that there's cellular damage, and it takes a full year from your last concussion before then you're no longer predisposed to more concussions. But every time that you get another concussion within that year period, you have a higher predisposition towards it.
Yeah.
And so the kid's going to play September, October, November, and that's going to be in that danger zone possibly.
Yeah.
So
and he has 3 in 3 weeks.
Oh yeah.
It just seems like he just gets when defenders grab him, he gets like a rag doll, man.
Yeah.
He's
teach him how to fall down. They send him to school to learn how to fall.
But he's also, you know what it is? You got to give the kid credit because he is not a coward. He's trying to make that play. He's trying to go deep. He just got to, but again, the coaching staff is not protecting him from a philosophy standpoint and a scheme standpoint. You're not setting the kid up for success. It looks great. He looks great when things are going really well. But, why would you take a quarterback in his first year of an offense and not have a great offensive line and then make him the most vertical offense in the league? I think it was a little bit risky, and it really didn't, it played out where the risk didn't really meet up to the reward. So I don't know.
Well,
I think the kid's
I think he has talent. I think he has talent, but I also think he's been injured since high school. I think he's had a string of bad luck health wise, and we'll see. I think that's why the Dolphins are so iffy on it, man. I think they want to play it out. But even let's say hypothetically, though, he works out, he has a decent year, he doesn't get hurt, and he's signed. It's still a risk kind of factor with him, right? You know what I mean? Like, how much do you give him? How many years? You know what I mean? Like, can he sustain?
I think. Look.
I don't know.
Look, if you think about it, you look at the plays where he got injured. Those were extenuating circumstances through two.
The Milano one wasn't that bad though, Curtis.
No,
he pushed him. It wasn't.
Yeah.
The only one that was really bad was the second one. The only one that was really bad.
That was really bad.
Was it the Bengals, right? The Bengals game?
Yeah.
Okay. But the Milano hit the week prior, he really just it wasn't even that crazy it was a push. I mean, he kind of fell back, but it wasn't like Milano flung him over. And I don't know, man. I kind of felt like he's kind of Humpty Dumpty-ish a little bit.
I mean, you look at his record. There's no way you can say he doesn't have an injury history,
right?
But
everywhere on his body, all
yeah.
They didn't know if he was going to be okay to play when they drafted him, knowing he was coming off of that.
Yeah, he
coming off of that hip injury,
broke the hip socket.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. It's
he
Scott.
Did the bow. He did the bow thing.
Scott's right. So listen, that's why I'm telling you. That's why me and Mikey we're talking about Mitch Morse a lot too, because Mitch Morse, man, I love the dude, man, but he's on concussion 7 or 8 coming up, whatever he's at. He seems to be getting them every season that he's been in Buffalo. And it's not good because, man, then we have to play this musical chairs on offense again. And it's just like, I love him, but he's not what he once was. We're paying him. Like, if we get rid of him, we save 8.5. That's a lot of money. I think this draft, man, I think Bean should really think about getting his future center and moving on with Morse, man.
We got a pick.
We got
a pick. Pickson. What do we got, Jarek?
Vikings are taking Jordan Addison.
All right. Well,
so he's off so every Bills fan is saying we need Addison. He's gone.
None of the receivers are there. Time to trade back.
Everyone, all the receivers that Josh Downs is like the only one that Bills.
Josh Downs isn't a first round pick.
Yeah.
He gone.
If that's reaching, that's like the New York Jets reach right there. That's a Detroit Lions reach right there.
There has been reaches in this draft so far for sure. The Lions a few times. Minnesota.
This is crazy
There's
draft.
been Jack Campbell, for as much as I like him, was a reach from the Lions. There has been reach. There's been some trades. Yeah, there's trades that were not really necessary, I think.
The best trade, I think, I liked the going back up. You took CJ Stroud, going back up, and you got Will Anderson. You identified your guy, you went and got him. I like
that one. Yeah, that's good. That's
moving up from one spot to get Jalen Carter. Great trade by the Eagles. Great trade by the Bears, knowing they wanted an offensive tackle and they can get some something for that pick and still get the guy that they wanted. Hated the Van Ness pick, hated the Gibbs pick, loved the move up for Broderick Jones by the Steelers. That was a fantastic move. Got up in front of the Jets. But then the rest of them are just like, eh.
By the way, Twitter is roasting Brandon Beane right now.
Why?
Because we're out of receiving options.
Why?
And I'm just throwing that out.
You guys are Bills fans. Explain to me why you think you need receivers.
I don't think we do. I would love D-Hop. That would be awesome because he is a freaking playmaker.
He's a superstar.
He's right. And it would be awesome. However, if we don't get him though, I told Mikey, I am totally good with our receiving core. Diggs is a beast. I think Gabe Davis, listen, if Gabe Davis comes back healthy next season, no ankle injury, he's a 1,000-yard receiver in my opinion. I think he can do that. You got Khalil Shakir, who I think is going to be damn good in this league. He could be a quality slot. And then you got Sherfield and the other guy that we got who's a speedster. I think our receiver core is fine. You know what I mean? Yeah, Hardy, right. So I think Bills Mafia is looking a little bit too much into the whole
they don't believe that
Gabe Davis is number 2. I think they're wrong. I think Gabe Davis is going to get paid when he leaves us. We're not going to pay him because we're not going to be able to afford him. Gabe Davis is a quality receiver. I don't care what anyone says. Listen.
He just had some dropsies last year.
But if he didn't, he would have been a 1,000-yard receiver. He had 875. That's not bad. That's not bad considering and he was hurt and he missed games. So I'm just throwing that out there.
I will say I'm with Triggs. I've seen nothing from Gabe Davis that tells me he can be a wide receiver too. Is he a good receiver? Absolutely. He's not consistent enough. That's fine. You can.
I think he can be, but he's young. He's still young.
Was he in his third? This is going to be his fourth year, right?
Fourth year.
Yeah, he's still young. But he never. But to his defense, his first year playing, he wasn't what? He was number 4 behind John Brown, Cole Beasley, right? Then Emmanuel Sanders came in. He still was not a number 2. So he really didn't have all these opportunities. He didn't come in as a first-round pick. He was
a big player. I mean. He was big for you guys, not last year, but the year before.
He came up big in the playoffs, so that wasn't
not during the season.
Remember,
the Giants just traded up one spot.
Ooh.
They traded up with Jacksonville.
Yeah, I think you're wrong. You guys are wrong. I think Gabe Davis can be a number 2.
We can agree to disagree on this. That's okay.
But I'm just saying. I still think he can be that guy. Put it this way.
I don't think we need a receiver. None of these receivers outside of JSN screams wide receiver 2 to me.
I mean, think about it. When's the last awesome receiver number 2 that we've had? Cole Beasley, right? He almost had
No.
1,000.
You said
Right?
awesome?
I'm just saying. No, I'm saying he had he had almost 1,000, right? But before that, it would be what? Eric Moulds and Peerless Price?
Yeah. Peerless Price.
2000.
Who was a fantastic 2 was not a 1. You know,
No, I know that he was, but I know, but they both had 1,200 yards receiving. But it hasn't happened since 2002.
Yeah.
We're in 2023.
Yeah.
So
Like,
I want to
my
throw
thing
that
is,
out there.
I like Gabe Davis. I think
Yeah.
he's more of a 3 than a 2, and I think consistency is a part
That's
of
fair.
why I think
Yeah. Yes, that's fair.
that. Robert Woods was a good 2. I'll give you that, Trek. But
I
he
like
didn't,
Robert
didn't
Woods.
have the problem is they didn't have the quarterbacks that should give the production. You're right. When we had Robert Woods as our number 2, he would have been a really good 2 if he would have stayed, and we got the quarterback.
But I will say this too: Gabe Davis is on a contract year.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very interested to see how he plays this year.
Oh, he's gonna ball out.
Right. So let's see how he
Gotta
drops.
go get his
past-
money.
right.
He's gonna go get his
And then
money.
everyone's gonna go. I guarantee it when the season's over. And if he has a good season, we need Gabe Davis back. We gotta
See,
get
Triggs,
Gabe Davis.
okay, I'll push back a little bit. Inconsistent hands. He's never had a drop issue until this year. He's always had really good hands until this year.
Yes, that is correct.
So I wouldn't call it. He had inconsistent hands this year. I
This
wouldn't call
year,
him an
yeah.
inconsistent hands in general. His drop rate from a career standpoint has been very low. He had a bad year. I do agree with the limited route runner because everyone knows he only runs 4 or 5 routes. But I don't know if that is truly a Davis thing or if that's a scheme issue. We don't let him run other routes because
Right.
Diggs doesn't run a ton of routes either. Stop, outs, goes is basically what we run. There is no creativity in our offense at all.
I
It's
agree on
Josh
that.
run. Yeah, it's Josh run around and make a play is what it is.
That's fair enough. I agree.
So,
Back
Jarek,
bashing
what
on
you got for
Davis-
us?
Yeah, Jarek, what you got?
Giants are gonna pick Deontay Banks.
Okay, they need a corner. That makes sense.
Okay.
Banks is a good pick for them. I would have much rather seen them go and grab an offensive lineman, grab a Cody Mock here, a center,
Mhm.
get some interior guys to help protect their new $40 million man, Daniel Jones, and create some openings. But hey, Joe Shane.
When does the Dolphins draft in the second round, Curtis?
51, I believe.
Still on.
Okay.
He's got
Yeah.
a ways to go, which is
Yeah.
why it's awesome that Curtis came on with us tonight, knowing that his
Yeah, I know.
Dolphins wasn't going to go, and he still came to hang out.
Oh yeah, well I like you guys, and I get to learn football, and I like other teams. I like stories, man. Like to me, one of the stories we didn't talk about is like the Steelers. They've made strong moves to fix that offensive line
They
with
need to.
Harris in the
They need to.
backfield.
Yep.
I mean, they got darn good coach, darn good defense, and if they build that offensive line
If
up,
they get rid of that pop gun offensive coordinator they got,
that.
I do not
I
like.
hate that.
Did they get rid of him finally? Because he was horrible.
Oh, I don't know. I'm not that
The
deep
offensive
into him.
coordinator is just hot garbage.
I like Mike Tomlin so much, man.
So do I.
I
He's
really,
excellent.
really,
I love him.
like him.
I like
man.
him as a human too.
Yeah,
Not just a football
everything.
coach, but as a human.
My jackass owner didn't take him because he thought he was a little too hip hop, and we got Philbin.
Which I thank God.
Pick the gum off the carpet, guy.
I love that they passed on him. I do not want to see Mike Tomlin with the.
Dude, Ross, it's so hard. All my Dolphin fans, they're so invested. I think Ross is now he's pooping gold. Everything he does is awesome. They just keep
everything he
forgetting
does,
all
he
the
gets
stupidity.
himself, the first round pick taken away because he's tampering with Tom Brady and Sean Payton.
It's so nerve-wracking, man, because if the Dolphins end up like a third or fourth this year, it's going to be so devastating for Dolphins fans. It's going to be brutal. This is like
What? Jack, do you see this?
Buffalo
That's true.
traded up.
Did they?
Whoa, what?
We went up?
I told y'all we weren't going down. I told you Brandon Beane does not trade down. in the
Oh.
first round.
Oh yeah, we're on the clock. We're on the
I
clock.
told you. I
Trade
told
up one
y'all.
spot. You trade up one spot.
No.
There's somebody that-
Oh my god.
We went from 27 to 20.
5, 2 spots.
Two spots.
Four spots. So there's a guy they want. There's somebody
Get
they want.
Torrance. Get Torrance. Get Osiris.
This makes me
That's
sick.
my man.
For
Trade
what?
it up.
Hey, Jarek, man, you're the draft guy along with Mikey. I got Mike picked Mikey's brain. I love Darnell Washington. That's like my fixation right now. I'm not saying in the first round, but
that's the second guy I would think that they would probably take, especially if we're going to.
Oh my God! If we traded up for him, I will cry.
I love that kid. I think that kid paired with Allen, and it would be so awesome, man. I don't want you guys to what?
It'll be funny if we get Mazzie Smith.
I would be okay with Mazzie Smith.
Let's piss.
Who is
Scott
he?
off
Who's
here.
that? Who's Mazzie Smith?
Defensive tackle out of Michigan. Ooh, Nolan Smith on the board. I can see Nolan Smith. They were enamored with him.
Okay, so we traded our 4th round pick for to move up a couple spots.
That's nothing.
That's not bad.
If you get the guy you want, who cares?
It's no different than what we did last year.
Yep. I told you we weren't. I had a feeling we weren't moving back.
Oh,
Mikey.
we better not be trading up for Hyatt.
Get Torrance. Come on.
You trade up and you grab Nolan Smith. I can respect that.
Come on.
That's
Get
right,
Torrance.
I think you guys are getting a kicker. You need a kicker.
Yeah.
We just signed our kicker to a big deal.
You need two. You
hey,
never know what happens
did
if he
a
goes down, dude.
I did a reaction video about the craziest draft days and Janikowski when they drafted him. Well, that was a crazy first round, remember? And Raiders
Great
fans
pick,
were like,
though. Great pick. That was a great
that was
pick.
a hell. Yeah, but first round. Ooh, that's dicey.
Yeah, but that guy's
your
like,
GM has. No, he was a beast.
oh,
Guy was
yeah.
they sent him out for a 75-yard field goal. Go ahead.
Everybody
Janik.
laughed. Everybody laughed, but man, he made the
No.
laughers look
That
like
dude,
jackasses.
Yeah, but that's crazy though, Curtis. You would be.
Oh yeah.
That's a.
I
You
take
better
the
hope.
loss.
We didn't get this pick. We're not making sure we're not getting this in yet.
What's going on, Jarek? You're our guy.
Now it's almost about to be 2 minutes. Like we gotta.
I mean, you figure they would know who they wanted.
Like
if they traded up,
exactly.
right?
They're debating.
Pick should be in already.
Nolan Smith, yeah.
They're wondering, do we get the
Chuckle
kicker
says
or
Nolan-
do we get the punter? Kicker
Nolan
or
Smith
punter?
is probably the last
Kicker
first
or
round
punter?
vote. We resigned. By the way, we gave Bass an extension, Curtis.
Now you got backups.
He's staying.
Curtis, kicker, give me a kicker.
The pick is in. It is in.
Pick
Oh,
is in.
Who is it? Who is it?
We
Oh,
gonna pick
no.
up the Bills fans. Oh, we got Dalton Kincaid.
Who?
Dalton Kincaid. That's our guy. Yep.
Uh-oh,
There
it
it
doesn't
is.
sound like you guys are too ecstatic.
Yep.
A fucking tight end.
And the wrong one. Oh, that's right. Yeah, and the wrong
Record
one.
it. Record
You
it.
took the wrong one, dude. Washington would have been
Why?
awesome.
Whoa.
Dude, you guys screwed
Why,
up.
dude? Why would if you're gonna do that? Take.
We
Oh
don't
my
even use
God.
the tight end that we have correctly.
So
Hey, but listen,
it
guys.
is confirmed we're running 12 personnel. It's
Yep,
confirmed.
but hey,
No, we're not.
is that what
Wow.
in
Mikey,
Whoa.
Mikey, isn't that what I said you guys should do? I was right. Ski
Wow,
correct.
dude. Yeah, but the wrong guy.
Dude. Wrong guy. Whee!
What are you doing?
I can't even
bro?
find a way to get excited about this.
Oh man. Liability
Wow,
as a
bro.
run blocker.
Nolan
Liability
Smith
as a
on
run
the
blocker.
board, and you pass on him.
Dude, you should have took Washington. You guys screwed up.
No,
man.
we
Don't
shouldn't.
do
We
it.
should have taken Nolan Smith.
No Cyrus Torrance. None of that. That's gone. Yeah, we got Dalton Kincaid. Well,
Why, bro? What are they doing, bro?
and the funny part is, if they really use him more as a receiver, and they switch Dawson Knox and they kind of limit his ability to go to be a receiver and they kind of push him out to be a little bit of a run blocker, you pay the tight end $50 million to have a limited role in your offense. See,
He already had a limited role. We can't figure out a way to use our $50 million tight end. So we drafted another one?
Why wouldn't you get
And you trade
Washington?
up to
If you're gonna do
They
it, go
screwed that one.
Washington on that. Why
They
would you
screwed
do
the
it?
Cowboys. They are pissed. The Cowboys are pissed right now because that's what they wanted. They wanted Kincaid.
I think they wanted Meyer.
Good.
You
Trade
want
Kincaid. Trade Kincaid to Dallas.
Yeah. Send him to Dallas.
Was that our
Man,
big
he-
plan?
Yo, guys, he's a really poor blocker too.
Oh,
He's
no,
poor blocker, like
bro.
poor. He's poor
Super
blocker.
poor. He's basic. I called him Gesicki light.
Oh man, I feel bad for you guys. Not really, but I do. Oh man, I'm telling you, Darnell Washington would have been the guy for you, man.
Or I would have been happy with Torrance or Washington. I would have been fine with it. That's terrible. I don't.
Oh,
of course, I'm going to be
man.
loving it. And like when seasons.
I don't know how. There's
I don't know
nothing that
either.
the Bills have done. That
I
makes me
know.
think
I
they're gonna
agree.
know
I
how to
agree.
use a two tight
As
end
of
set.
now,
Wow.
I'm not happy with that pick at all.
And we traded up.
Right? What? Why?
Wow. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to find a way. Like, to me, the blocking was so critical for you guys.
That just like ruined my night.
Sorry, guys.
Man, that's disappointing, bro.
I think you guys are going back to more fun ball, dude. You're gonna raise the pass count to 95%.
Well, Pierre, yeah, they better change the offense with drafting another tight end in the first round.
Oh man.
Wow, bro. That's so disappointing, bro. This takes I don't know. This is his man. This got to be his worst. This has to be his worst first round pick, bro. Since he's been GM, bro. This is a bad fuck. This is a terrible. What was he doing, bro? What do you
up?
Why would you trade up even for him? You were so scared that he'd be taken. Who cares? Wow, dude, that's so.
That's
bad,
worse
bro.
than last year.
Wow,
That's what I'm saying.
Dude, the worst part is you're leaving my Dolphins an option to get a good tight end, and that would be very bad.
I don't get it, bro. And now we have a while to go before we even pick again. Like, forget any offensive line. That Torrance is gone. Oh,
Wow.
man.
Yes, Triggs, exactly. 6'4", 250. They say his comp is Zach Ertz, but I don't think he blocks as well as Zach Ertz. But we have a $50 million tight end that we don't use.
I don't get it, bro. Why would you go tight? That's not even a need. That's not even a need, though, Mikey. At that point, at that first round, you know what I mean? Like, why would you do that, though? It doesn't even make sense, bro. I get what Kurt's
Mayer
saying
be a
earlier,
better
but
option?
you could have got a tight end in a second, bro. If you really wanted to do that,
tight end class. You could have got a tight end into the third.
I can't wait to hear Bean's press conference, bro, because I'm so curious.
You know what he's gonna say? He was our last first round grade.
Yeah, that you traded up for? How? What? Oh my god!
He says the same crap every year.
I didn't like that, man. I don't like that. Listen. I'm not a Bills fan, but you need some kind of blocking, man. You need some.
I agree. I mean, that's why I said.
Not only that, we have 4 defensive tackles all in the last year of their contract.
Right. That was your need.
We have 5 of our 9 defensive linemen. No, 6 of our 9 defensive linemen, because we have 2 DNs on 1-year contracts.
Wow.
Awful pick, bro.
Sorry, guys.
I'm so disappointed.
You have Mozzie Smith there. You have Nolan Smith there. I mean, or go on the offensive side of the ball and grab tackles or guard. But a backup tight end?
Bro, I'm lost.
And you
bro.
traded up to get a backup tight end?
Yeah, I don't get it, bro.
Who can't block?
Why?
So you can't even run 12 personnel because or else you're just going to be throwing.
I didn't even think Mikey didn't even think we were going to draft tight end the whole draft. One of the first. And we traded up for him.
But I was right. You guys needed 12 personnel.
He could be a Hall of Famer. And it still does not make any sense to me.
I don't get it, bro. I'm
And someone even put in here.
Bro. I'm lost for words, bro.
He's also injury prone. He has back issues. Sorry, Tommy, you're in the middle of a drink.
Fuck, man. Of course,
Sorry, guys.
we're getting a younger Tyler Croft here. Right? Here comes Tyler Croft 2.0.
He has good hands. Yeah. Yeah, Trey.
Wow.
So
So did Croft. So did Tyler Croft. But he.
Well, here's the thing: if we're going to 2 tight ends, if we're going to run a lot of 12, that means we're not going to get D-Hop because we already have a bunch of receivers.
Yep.
I don't, man. This is bad, bro.
Wow.
That's so bad, bro. That's so bad. I don't know, guys. I'm sorry. Look, we went from like 13. We're down to like 6 people. People are like getting the hell out of the stream. They're so pissed. I don't blame you. I'm sorry. It ain't me. I ain't pick him.
I didn't want it. Yeah. Some people are excited it's just a weapon. They're like, okay, it's another weapon. What makes you think we're going to be able to learn how to use 2 tight ends when we can't use 1?
That's a bad pick, y'all. That's a bad pick, man.
This is another reason. Why give Knox $14 million a year if we were just going to take a tight end?
Right.
Yeah, it's not good.
Why? Right. You could have got listen, you could have got the tight end in the second round, bro, if you really wanted.
There's a lot of tight ends out there,
There's
man.
a ton. What are you doing? I would have took Will Mallory into 6th, 5th. Fine, if that's the route you want to go, but you could have got him late. I'm just saying, who's 6'6" and runs 4.5.
You just need.
I don't even know. I don't even know how I'm going to get excited about this.
I can't.
Until I see how they're going to use him, I can't even be excited. I can't even picture in my head how they could use a guy like this because I haven't seen them.
And you just paid Knox too. That, like you said, Mikey earlier.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing, bro?
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand that. Guy's not even a blocking tight end either. Like, if you're gonna go second tight end, get him late.
Get Mayer.
So that was Amara calling, and she's ranting like crazy. I just had to try to calm her down. She doesn't understand why the hell we're taking a player that we're going to be using in a flex. So we're probably going to be using to split because we're not going to put him on the line. We're going to have to widen him out.
He's a big wide receiver, is what he is.
He doesn't even have Gesicki's size.
No, he's 6'4".
Well, I say 6'3" here, but yeah, 6'3", 6'4".
I'm not going to doubt his receiving ability because I think he's the best receiving receiver in this draft. But you could have took, I don't know, Darnell Washington was there. Michael Mayer. I would have even took Michael Mayer. It's just you have now admitted that Dawson Knox, $14 million was a failure, or it's starting to become a little bit of a failure. You've just admitted that.
I wouldn't say that. I think that if
in the first round,
why am I echoing?
Check their
I'm up
on. Oh, there he goes.
And then speaking of goddamn Dallas, who do they take? Nolan Smith.
That's who I wanted us to take when I realized he was on the board.
I wouldn't mind Nolan Smith, me personally.
You know, he could have learned from Vaughn.
I think if you had a tight end that was capable to block and go out for passes,
Darnell Washington, Michael Mayer.
But when you got an incapable blocker, that forces you to be more finesse and pass more.
Good for Dallas.
Who'd Dallas get?
Nolan Smith. Good for Dallas.
Who'd they get?
Nolan Smith.
The edge rusher, who's probably my number 2, number 3 edge rusher. The dude's just a sack artist.
Trying to see Twitter's blown. Remember I told you earlier Twitter was not really talking much on Bill stuff. People are not happy with this pick, man. I mean, yeah, man, this is not good, man. Fire the effing GM.
He dropped. Yeah, sorry guys, but
oh man, and I love our GM, but I don't. What is he doing, bro?
Well, let's take a look at the first round history, man. I mean, Ed Oliver. I hate to say it, that was a reach. You got Kiara Elam, who was a.
I disagree. I disagree on the Ed Oliver being a reach. I don't think Ed Oliver was
the top
10.
He was the top prospect when he was drafted. Yeah. He was the right pick at the time. He didn't develop, but he was everybody. Everyone.
Yeah, I don't know if that was a reach. Yeah, Ed Oliver was a lot of people. I remember we drafted him here. A lot of Lions fans were
People
pissed
were
because-
like, Lion fans were mad that they took Hawkinson over him.
right, yeah. And Oliver had like, and he's still not. He's just not living up to it. But he definitely was on a lot of people's.
But if we
boards.
take a look at this, like the success or the successfulness or the failures of our first round picks, at least so far, that has either stayed with the organization or they've not turned out to be so far. The Bills organization has been a little bit more wrong than compared to he's been right.
Well, let's look at our first round picks
Yeah.
since he started. First round pick, well, McDermott era.
Josh
He went
Allen.
Trey White, which was right.
Oh, Trey White. Right,
Then we went Josh Allen and Tremaine Edmonds. He hit on both of those. Say what you want. Tremaine Edmonds just got $85 million.
Yeah, Trey Edmonds was a hit.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
and, he hit on both of those. Then we traded a first round pick for Diggs. So we say there was no pick. Then we came back with Rousseau. Oh no, we had Oliver in there. Oliver was. You want to call him a miss? That's fine. We can call him a miss.
Yeah,
Then
he was iffy. Oh, that's
Yeah. And then we had Rousseau, who I think has been good and is going to get better.
Mhm.
Rousseau's a
And
good
then we've
pick.
had Elam.
I like Rousseau. Yeah, and I think
Where
Elam's going to
we
be
have
legit.
missed is round 2. I don't think we've hit on a round 2 pick yet.
And James Cook is a question mark. So
Yeah.
we'll put that.
We missed on
put him in there.
Epinesa. We missed on Basham.
Oh, Epinesa is huge. Yeah,
We missed on
Bastion.
Cody
Ford.
Ford was a miss. Yeah.
Yeah,
Cody
we
Ford.
missed
We could have had DK
Zay
Metcalf.
Jones. We missed on we missed on
Yikes.
Zay Jones. You know.
Oh, Zay Jones. I forgot about him. Who, by
Yeah.
the way, is turning out to be a quality 2 or
Yeah.
3 around the league. He's getting paid. He got. I mean, he's
So
okay
I wouldn't
receiver
say
somewhere.
first rounders that he's missed a ton.
It's day 2 picks. Yeah.
It's day 2 picks that we've missed a ton
But
of.
this is the
But
first.
he's
Yeah,
hit home runs on 4, 5, and 6,
but
which is
this
what
one
saved
was
him.
that. This was one of his. I mean, we'll see
Oh
what
no,
happens.
they didn't take Nolan Smith. They took Mozzie
Oh,
Smith.
Mazzie Smith. Oh, I'm sorry. I got the wrong Smith.
Yeah, they took Mozzie Smith, not Nolan. Ooh, did Jags take Nolan Smith? They have Josh Allen and Nolan Smith coming off the edges.
But question: so where are we at right now? Pick 27, where
20
Jags are.
Yep.
Who would take the tight? So they were worried about who taking
They were worried about Dallas taking Kincaid.
Yeah.
about Kincaid. Do you
Uh-huh.
think Dallas would have
Yeah.
took Kincaid there?
Yes,
Think
I do.
so?
They lost. They lost Schultz. They were looking for.
Oh,
receiving
did they
tight end.
lose Schultz? Okay.
Yeah,
So
that's why we
kinda
moved
screwed
up.
Dallas
They
on that.
targeted him and went
Who
up against
cares? Well, I still I'm lost for words, bro.
Sorry, I can't help it.
Shut up.
I hate
Eric.
being. You know why? Because
So I put you in
this one-
timeout.
Like this thing's more than the Bernard pick because at least Bernard was the 3rd round. You know what I mean? Like, and I knew we had other picks that we scored on. We did right on our first round pick, which is Elam, and our second round Cook. I wasn't, I was cool with. Damn, bro.
$50 million for a tight end, blocking tight end. Good job.
Right? Yeah. Now Knox can be the blocker.
I just don't
Oh,
understand.
man.
I don't understand how you could choose Washington and not choose Washington and choose Kincaid. It just, I think you guys are going to go. I don't think you guys are running this year. I think you're going back to just more passing.
You're paying a blocking tight. You're paying a blocking tight end. Well, not a blocking tight end, but still, you get you were saying you're paying a blocking tight end $14.5 million per year.
But but for me, if you look at Gronk, he was considered to take years. They thought he was overdrafted. He has total shades of this guy, and I think that especially when you mix it with
You're talking about
Allen's
Washington,
ability.
right? You're talking
What
about
happened?
Washington? You're talking about Washington has shades of Gronk?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just think that with his ability to go vertical and high point and to be a mid-clock guy with the range and the speed, and Allen's ability to buy time to get to mid to late clock, and his ability to help in pass protect and run blocking, to me, you pair him with Knox, and you've got a really potent combo in a 12 personnel. Right now, you don't have a potent combo in 12 personnel. Knox is pretty good at blocking, but you already got a liability, so he's not going to help create any kind of ambiguity when you bring your 12 personnel out there. Everyone's going to know, this guy's not going to block me. Who cares?
Right.
So you're already telling people when he comes out, it's like the same thing happened with Gesicki. We know you're going to get the ball. We're going to throw the football and you're going to catch because you can't block. But with Washington, man, you could have had him right next to what's your name? The 3rd round pick from last year as a tackle, Brown. And he could have helped him, he could have helped Brown out in protections. He could have chipped and go. There's so many ways to use him because once you bring him in, and plus he'd be a red zone threat, 6'7", 270.
I think, Kurt, I think if they really wanted that tight end, he could have traded. No, not only that, he could have took who he wanted in the first. Let's say even Torrance or whoever. Could have traded up in the second. He's done it before, and then go get Washington.
Oh, I'm so sick to my stomach.
And then you had your guy, your guard, or whoever, your edge or DT.
You're right. Listen. Triggs is right here. Kincaid is a playmaker. He is. He was tight end 1 in this draft.
Sure,
but
he's
coming to a system that doesn't know how to use tight ends.
I just think the lack
exactly. We don't know how to use it. This will be the first year that we actually start to maybe incorporate some 12 personnel into our system, which we're not comfortable doing.
Dallas, we can't trade Knox, too much dead cap.
Yep. Nope.
We have Knox on our books.
Knox ain't going anywhere, bro.
2 more years before we can get out of the deal.
The thing with tight ends, you gotta have some kind of run action because your tight ends are always going to be mid-clock guys.
So Brandon Bean coming in. Brandon Bean saying,
if you had Washington,
he's saying elite. That he commented right now. It says elite hands, really good route runner. That's
what else?
That's exactly what I want from my tight end.
Like that's it. Like if you wanted to or Darnell Washington, I'm like, you know what? I can understand exactly why you decided to do this, right? Because you wanted to try to create some ambiguity, try to create some diversity within your line. You can run some 12 personnel. You can be a little bit unpredictable, especially when you come with those 2 tight end sets. It's become predictable. You're gonna flex them out probably in the slot. You're gonna,
you know what?
Brandon
changes their scheme to fit him more like a Travis Kelce type, because that's the only way you're gonna maximize this kid.
So listen, Brandon Bean came out right now and said if Kincaid wasn't there, they would have traded back.
I think this is like this is a big deal for Bean's legacy.
Didn't I tell you that's what he was going to say, though? Because that's what he always says.
What'd he say?
He said if
there,
he would have traded back.
Oh, make me sick.
Hey, we got Stone. DJ Stone in the house.
All right. Talk to me, brother. Talk to me.
I don't know. I feel like we should have went somewhere different.
Yeah,
like Nolan Smith, who's sitting on the board.
What's up? I gotta ask everyone in here. What was his name? That quarterback.
Oh, Will Levis.
Will Levis. What do you guys think about Will over there sitting there with all the girls?
If he gets taken, he's gonna go to New Orleans.
Yeah, New Orleans. Yeah. I just seen him with like 3 different girls though, so I don't want to know if he's sponsored by Tinder or not.
Sometimes in Kentucky you got it like that.
We're over here just saying. Didn't we just see him with a different girl?
Utah said, "Let's go."
You got it like that.
Let me go over here. The only thing I can say so far out the draft is I wish I had the college money because I don't see so many big pendants tonight.
Right? That NIL deal, brother. It's that NIL deal they get now. Like they make more money than most of the coaches.
I don't see so many pendants. It's like they keep getting bigger and bigger.
All right, so I got to ask you, so what do you think of the Dalton Kincaid pick?
Which one?
The Dalton Kincaid pick. The Bills pick.
No, you don't do that.
Trade up for a tight end too?
Nah, they were scared that the Cowboys was grabbing them next.
Yeah, who cares?
Who cares?
No, right.
You drafted a tight end 2 in the first
What are
round.
you doing? You were that
just paid your
nervous?
Tight end $50 million.
Who do you? They should have. They definitely should have went offensive line.
Yeah, I'm good
Offensive
with that.
line or defensive line? I would have been
Yeah,
happy with.
offensive line or defensive line. We have
Right.
6 of our 9 defensive linemen on 1-year contracts.
Well, I
Right.
definitely lost the bet over here with everyone because I'm not. I said wide receiver.
Oh,
No, but the receivers are gone by
Yeah, they're
then.
gone.
I know, but that was my first initial pick.
I was hoping for Torrance. I don't think any Bills Mafia would have been that disappointed. They would.
No.
Over
No,
the
you
tight
get
end,
someone
bro.
to protect Josh, the franchise? No, you don't.
All right,
get mad.
I don't get it,
No.
bro. I'm so
Everybody's-
confused.
Everybody online is just there. I don't know. I don't see nobody excited at all.
No,
Well,
bro.
how do you get
People are
excited?
You grabbed the wrong tight end.
People are
grabbed the
baffled. I
wrong
think people
dude.
don't know what to think, bro. By the way, Miles Murphy went to the Bengals. In case
Yeah.
I just seen that.
We have a Dolphins fan here who's laughing at us.
It's all right.
You know it's bad when you have a Dolphins fan laughing at you.
I
But
was
when-
rooting for you guys to get the
Well,
right
where
guy.
are they? Where are they going?
He wants
I
tight
don't know.
end.
Hopefully, get a better tight end than that, though.
Right. Yeah.
They might mess around and finally grab their quarterback off the board.
Oh,
Maybe.
Stone taking shots.
Are they going to trade back in to grab Will Levis?
Yeah, no, I can't believe he's just sitting there. Like the biggest upset. Like he was supposed to go top 10.
Yep. He thought he was going 4. He thought he was a shoe-in for Indy.
Yeah.
Oh, Stone.
So who's trading out of these 3? I'm guessing the Eagles are the ones
Well,
trading out.
You know,
Someone
I
coming up
wanted to
soon.
stop by, show my love.
Yeah, no,
Salute.
hey, appreciate you, Stone.
Thank you, brother.
Salute, cheers, go Bills, man.
Well, I'm going to talk to you this week, and I'm going to head back in.
Yeah.
All right,
I'll
bud.
hit you,
Talk to you
brother.
later.
brother.
Later, bro.
I love DJ.
That's Stone, Mr. Curtis. He's having a good time there. Had a couple drinks there, having some fun.
Oh,
You know, he's not mad because he probably has a lot of drinks in him, Curtis. So he's not he's not soaking in the Kincaid.
It's okay.
yeah. Triggs, this has McDermott's fingerprints all over it. You want to know why I say that? Go back to when they were in Carolina together, and they had the 2 tight end sets there. The problem is we can't use 1. How are we going to use 2? What changed this offseason? And maybe I'll just have to wait until the season starts to see it, but I can't picture in my head how they maximize this value.
No.
The return on
it's
investment
gonna be
is
one or the other. It's going to be one. I feel like they're going to do one or the other. I mean, like I said, will it incorporate some more 12 personnel? Probably, most likely. But I don't think it's going to be utilized to its full potential. I think it's going to be, there'll be some formations where you'll
It's
see
gonna
Dalton
get what?
in the slot. You'll see
So
some
you
formations.
want some?
where-
We're excited about people who are excited about this pick because there's going to be some part of Bills Mafia who's excited. You're going to be excited about a guy who's going to catch 25 balls and have 400 yards in the first round.
Hold on.
And you traded
You
up
want
that
some more? You want some more bean
You
talk?
traded up that 4th round pick. And the
He
reason
said,
why
he said it was hard to give up that pick to move up with only 6, but there was a gap after him. I thought we would have got to us. I would have been patient, but I felt strongly the team in front of us had a lot of love for him. And then he said about his injury, being on his injury, our doctors checked all of that and they cleared him. We compared our medicals around the league too. Kincaid was officially cleared April 12th. So, I mean, there we go. So basically, he was in love with him and he thought Dallas was going to take him, and he had to have.
It's going to make me want to throw up.
Bean says Bean says they have been looking for another tight end.
Well, we know that, but you don't use a first round pick on him, and you don't trade up to grab him.
you could
And the deepest tight end class we've seen in years.
Man, this is great.
Oh
Bean
my
said
God.
Bean said Kincaid will be another weapon for Dorsey.
Pass, baby, pass. Pass, baby, pass.
Yeah, that you know what? That's a good point. That just confirms that we're not running the football this year.
No, you're right.
We're not running the
100%.
football at all.
I agree.
Can't. You can't. And because it just totally neuters 12 personnel.
Oh, I'm so sick. So
I mean,
sick.
because I mean, if you bring him in to replace Knox, then what are you saying about Knox? And if you bring 2 tight ends in and one can't block, then what are you saying? You know what I mean? It's just that's bad.
We're gonna just give Nolan Smith to the Chiefs, aren't we?
Man, my mock draft was totally wrong, guys.
That's why I never do it.
Nobody had us trading up for Kincaid of all people.
Right.
But wait a minute. But when we did our mock draft, what did I? Even though I said we're gonna draft Mazi Smith, I said we need to think like Bean because realistically, he's not gonna do what we do.
You know what? I give Jarek.
You came the closest.
We're not
You
going
came the
to.
closest.
You did. But I still don't think you said a tight end, though. By the way,
I told Curtis he was high earlier.
I know.
When he said we're going to draft a tight end, I'm like, no, we're not. You're high. You don't draft.
You know what? I thought we were, but I didn't think we were going to do it in round 1. I thought we were going to get like round 4, 5,
round
maybe.
Round 3, maybe grab Schumacher.
Maybe, yeah. I didn't
that.
see one. No, I didn't see. By the way, our YouTube video is up and running. So YouTube fixed whatever's going on.
All right, guys. Hey, listen, I got to go say goodnight to kids.
All right, Curtis. Hey,
a PC.
thank you so much, brother.
Hey, Jarek, it was nice meeting you, man.
Yep. You too, man.
All right, Curtis.
Guys,
I'll
be
talk
good.
later. I'll talk to you tomorrow, brother.
Asta, brother.
Later, brother.
These 3 picks, and I got to start recording a crap ton of these videos. But Jesus,
man, I can't wait to see. Jared's gonna be like, I know how you do. You're gonna be walking around your house, going, "What the?"
Man, I like Kincaid. I do think he's a first round receiver. And if you would have went to Dallas, I would be like, oh, that's phenomenal. Great move for them. But
I'll tell you what, if we didn't have Dawson Knox, hypothetically, right? Knox not on the team, we didn't pay him or whatever. Or let's say Knox was on the last year of his deal, we're gonna let him go, whatever. Fine. I would say, okay, you know what? Best side, if that's the route you want to go, okay, what I still wouldn't like to love it.
It makes more sense.
It makes more sense.
Yeah, that we need.
But what he right? But was that once again? I know that Bean doesn't draft for need, but was this a?
He's not the best player available.
Right?
We didn't even.
I am so confused, bro. You can't trade Knox, Triggs. That's it. He's locked in for a couple
I mean, that's just
so Antoine Harrison went to the Jags. Miles Murphy went to the Bengals, which is just a perfect fit for them. Brian Verdees went to
the Saints.
I'll tell you what,
he would have been a good pick too.
Torrance is going to get out of the first round potentially.
He might go to the Eagles right here.
Yeah, you're right. He could.
Or Kansas City. Even though they don't need a guard, it's like, why not? Let's just continue to make sure we protect.
I think Kansas City's going to end up landing Nolan Smith.
Yeah, they need a replacement for.
However,
why not?
Griggs nails this. If they take Nolan Smith, the Eagles, they would have 3 of the 4 D linemen from their national championship team. They would have Davis, Carter, and Nolan Smith.
And Nakobe Dean was also there too.
Yep. They basically recreating that Georgia defense on their team.
Damn, Mikey, this has been longer than I thought. I thought this was going to end at 11. That's 37.
Yo.
Holy crap.
It's making me sick, man.
And if it was a good pick, I'd be like, hey, this is that's not a great time, by the way, guys, everybody. Jarek, I appreciate you hopping on with us, man. We'll be on tomorrow again, by the way. We'll be on let's hope tomorrow is a better draft day. Because today was
knowing our history.
We don't have a 4th, by the way.
No, they got rid of the 4th, and that's what pisses me off more about this.
Now we don't even have a 4th,
which has been like the 4th round pick. That's been one of our most valuable picks.
I know that's where he's been scoring, right? Now we don't even have it. Oh no! So we only got what 2, 3, 5, and that's it. 2, 3, 5, and 6.
2, 5,
right?
6. Yep. 2, 3, 5, and 6.
God. I'm sure he'll do some wheeling and dealing again. That's
Dawson Knox welcomes Kincaid. No, he doesn't. He says, "Fucker, what are you guys doing?"
Well, he has to say all the right things. All the players are going to say the right things. No one's going to say,
be, "Oh, another weapon."
And you got to remember too. I worry about Allen because Allen takes a while to like gain trust from your receiver
Yeah.
or tight end. Like him and Knox took a couple seasons for them
Yeah.
to even for him to trust Knox. And it finally happened, what, year 3 or 2 or something like that. So who's to say that? Right. So who's to say that it may take a minute so this guy could be really nothing his first season or two until Allen gets chemistry with him. I don't know, man. That's
my biggest issue is we can't even figure out how to use Dawson Knox.
I know.
Why would we put another one in there?
I agree. I agree. I totally agree. Like I said, man, if you're gonna go, if you really desperately
Triggs,
need
don't even
one,
do that to me. Don't even do
you
that.
better
to me.
listen. I'm gonna tell you right now, Brandon Bean has to kill the rest of the draft because Bills. I'm telling you right now, he's gonna get killed.
You want to
for
know
this
how
draft.
you want to know how you make this work to your
Go ahead,
benefit?
you better get D-Hop.
You go get D-Hop. No one's talking about you trading up for a tight end. You go get D-Hop.
Who apparently is not going to get traded because he seems pissed and he erased all of their.
Yeah,
stuff.
I mean, it may not get traded in the draft weekend, but they're still a long time away from the regular season.
Man, this is bad, bro. I am so upset, man. I'm gonna have a tough night's sleep.
You want to know the only thing that's going to make this worse is if we hear that the Chiefs traded their first round pick for D-Hop.
That'll be something.
I'm just reading all of Twitter.
They're hot, aren't they?
You're hearing you're just hearing a lot of the Travis Kelce comparisons. I'm like, these
Most are not happy. Most are not happy. There's a few that are cool with it, but everything that I'm reading here, like at least a lot of Bills Mafia, not happy.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm one of them.
Yeah, you hear some guys saying trust the process and all this. I mean, listen, we all probably calm down from this. We're gonna be like, you know what? We'll just see what happens. And
I mean, we have no choice.
we're not gonna harp on it because if the Cowboys would have took Kincaid, or if Dawson Knox wasn't there, and if or
It
he
makes sense.
would have got him, we're like,
That's
what?
I said. Yeah, that's
fine.
different.
You get a really good, but it's the fact that we know what Kincaid is. I don't think he's gonna. I mean, he could get better in particular areas, but if he couldn't really handle pass rushers at the collegiate level, how do you expect him to handle elite rushers or guys that are more faster, stronger, or more athletic? At the next level, it's going to take some time for that. For that to gel. But
I'm not even gonna lie. I might have been able to even get on board with Kincaid and get over it. You traded up to get him.
yeah,
Right. Exactly.
you traded up two picks because you
Fine. See if Dallas really wanted him. If Dallas took him, get the hell out of round 1 if you didn't like anybody. I would have still been okay with that. But now you lost the 4th round. And to Jarek's point, that's where Bean's been kind of doing his best during that 4th and 5th round. Now you lost that 4th. Now you got to try to get back in the 4th potentially, which you might do. I don't know.
Okay. And Chuckles, if you truly feel this way, then we need to, put some
Why
of the
would you
onus
pay him?
back on Bean. Why'd we pay him $50 million?
Right. That goes right back on Bean.
That go right back on Breen because you paid him $50 million after that 1 year he had. We had 10 receiving touchdowns. Like, okay, we got to get him now. You paid him $50 million. So
It's
you
not
just
the
admitted
money,
that Bean failed
Yeah.
that contract.
D-Hop wants out. It's the Cardinals.
It's the Cardinals
GM.
they want
Too
too
much.
much. And guess, they're I think they're asking for a second, and I don't think any team's willing to bite.
I think they're asking for a second and not paying any of the contract.
That's what I mean. And I don't think anyone's biting.
Okay, Nolan Smith is going to the Eagles.
Oh, that makes
Oh.
sense. That makes
Yep.
a ton of sense.
Yep.
Yep.
That makes
And
me.
then,
I'm not gonna lie. That makes me feel
So
better.
who did
We didn't go to the Chiefs.
Chiefs? Who did the Chiefs go? Torrance, my guy
I think
that I was.
the Chiefs trade out. I think someone trades up right here for Will Levis.
I'm shocked that Torrance got out of the first round. He was first round grade, bro. by
I think
many.
Will Levis is the only one there. I think he's the only one in the draft.
I am
room.
very surprised, bro. Torrance has to be disappointed too. I feel bad for the kid.
Well, I mean, the good thing is he's at home.
No, I know, but it still sucks. You know how that is. He was rated as I think the top guard.
He still is. I mean, I don't think there's been a guard taken in the first round.
No, I'm just surprised you know, offensive line are tough to get, man.
Yeah,
For
I
him
couldn't
to
believe
slip
we
in the
paid
second.
Knox as much as we did.
I was surprised. I almost listen. I hate tragedy and shit, but his brother passed. I almost feel like
Well, he had
I'm
already
not saying
signed
that's
before
part
that.
of it, but I almost feel like they were trying to do him right. You know what I mean? They did it right after his brother passed away too. I'm not saying that was
Is
the
it?
reason. I'm
Are
just
you sure about that?
yeah, 100%. Go look it up. So yeah, so I almost feel like they were taking care of him in a way too. I could be wrong and seeing it wrong, but he was. I was happy, but in a way too, it's like they really risk it on a guy that just showed some potential in his third season that was,
Yeah.
or was second.
It was
I
his
think it was
third.
third, right? Yeah. So
It
it's
was.
like it's a
And
lot
then
of
they
money.
came back and it was nothing last year.
Yeah, that's right. It was a lot of money to roll the dice on, and then he had a rough season, and he's battled through injuries since he's been here. Dawson Knox.
I'm trying, brother. I am.
It's been
beyond
rough.
pissed.
That was rough, Triggs. I'm not going to sleep well tonight. Listen, the only way it's going to make up for it is we have a good day 2 tomorrow, man.
I don't see.
Which is rare. Rare
There's
anymore.
I know. I agree with
There's
you.
nothing that makes me think that we're going to have a good round 2.
Unless we do
There's
it.
no
As I said, unless somehow we get D-Hop.
Oh, give me
Let's
D-Hop,
cross our
please.
fingers. You know what I mean? And we figure that part out, but
Man, but we take a tight end with Mezzi and Brzee, Murphy, and Nolan Smith on the board. 4 D
I don't
linemen
get it.
now
Yeah, I don't get it.
instantly makes our defensive line better.
I don't get it.
And if you wanted to stay on the offensive side, that's fine. Go Torrance or Avila or Tippmann or any one of those guys makes our offensive line better. Oh,
I almost feel like Bean, in a way, is trying to throw Dorsey under the bus if this doesn't work out. Because if you look at his comment on Twitter that I just wrote you, he's like, I'm just adding weapons for Dorsey.
Yes, Triggs. That was my take. The Bean track record is the second. I have zero confidence tomorrow is going to get any better.
But
and
think
me and
about
Tony
it.
are going to be on it for a long time tomorrow night.
Yeah, apparently 3.5 hours. I thought this thing
Yeah,
started at 11.
It's like 7:30. It's like 7, 12, 7:12.
We've been on here since 7:30, Jared.
Oh.
Oh, it is, man.
It's a good thing I like you guys.
Holy crap, bro.
Yes, he was the number 1 tight end. I don't disagree with that.
Even YouTube kicked us off. We're like, bro, you guys
I've been on for too long. Get off. Chuckles, I agree. He was the overall number 1 tight end. The problem is we didn't need a tight end.
Right. Especially one that doesn't block well. Like, damn, dude.
I pray to God they're changing their scheme.
I'll tell you who was loving it, and I love my man Curtis, but he's sleeping well tonight with our shitty pick. I gotta tell you,
dude, he laughed in our faces.
Of course, I don't blame. Do you blame him?
No, because we've been ragging on the Dolphins all night.
Yeah, I mean, I love Bean, but I don't understand that pick, man. Oh man, terrible. So so the Chiefs are last. Are they trade? You think they're trading out? I don't think so.
I can see them trading out. Someone want to get a 5th-year option on Levis. This is last chance for a 5th-year option on him.
I think they take their draft pick. Are they on the clock though, or they're still
they're
talking?
on the clock. Yeah, they're on the clock.
We'll wrap it up right after this pick, guys, and then I think the draft starts earlier tomorrow, Mikey.
Yeah, 7 o'clock. I think 7 or 7:30.
It starts at 7.
Either
7:30, I think. I think it's 7:30.
7:30. I'll have to look, but either way, guys, we'll be on right when the draft starts.
Just bullshit, man. I'm like, it just makes no sense because you're not going to fully utilize their skill sets. You're not going to fully utilize that. You're just not.
I love that I'm not the only one that's pissed off about this. Me and Jarek were talking about how the draft is like our second Christmas. This is our favorite time. And then I don't know why, because our stupid GM does stupid shit like this all the time.
He's never done this big of a dumb move.
You had you had
this might be his worst, like as of now, because it's such an first round pick and he traded up and lost the pick. This may be one of the worst ones. I'm going to say one of the worst since Cody Ford. Because Cody Ford was bad.
You're right. If we were taking Kincaid at 27, I think I could have gotten over it. I don't think I would be quite as disappointed. But giving up a 4th-round pick and taking Kincaid,
I still would be a little upset.
like honestly, when we traded up, I thought for sure we were going to grab Nolan Smith.
I thought we were going to get Torrance for some reason. I thought because he slipped so far.
That was close to Mazzy. Well, no, because they said that if we're gonna they would trade back. But
You're right. I love the player is a fantastic player. If he would have went to another team, I would have been like, oh, that's a great pick.
Chiefs made their pick, by the way. I think I told you they weren't trading out. So who is it, Jared? You're probably ahead of us. You're probably ahead of us.
Yes, it's 237.
Let me check. Just sickening.
They just made the call, so I know. I know the pick's in. It doesn't say pick in, but they're on the phone right now. So they're either trading out, like Mikey said, because they're on the phone. But I doubt it. With 2 minutes left, they'd have to. You know what I mean? They're not giving much time. They're really cutting it close. So I think they're making a pick here.
Chuckles, me and you both, brother. When I found out he was still on the board, that's who I wanted.
Yeah, I would have been totally fine with that.
He could have learned from Von Miller. Oh, that would have been so sweet. It's
Washington,
that twitchy
man,
small guy.
Mikey Curtis is right with Washington. He would have been very. I would not have hated that pick, but not in.
I would have hated the pick at 27 because he wasn't tight end.
No, at 27. But I think if they really wanted a tight end too, Bean could have traded that pick, had another traded. Got him in a second, and we had the extra pick. If you really wanted it. It made no sense, bro. That made no sense, dude.
And you know what the sad part is? The people from PFF and all these other people are like, that was a fantastic pick. A+. They got the best tight end on the board. Yet because they're not watching our offense. We haven't figured out how to use the tight end that we have.
Is the pick what's it saying on your end, Jared?
The pick is in.
Mine says 1 minute left.
Yeah, me too. I'm behind a little bit.
Oh, mine just changed. The pick is in.
Yeah,
so
I'm slightly ahead of you.
20 seconds.
Jarek's way ahead of us by about 40 seconds, I think.
PFF and go suck toes. Oh God, that made me sick.
It's just such. It just does not make sense.
Such a disappointment.
Because
I'll tell you what, the Chiefs do it right, bro. Whoever their GM is, man.
What if they get Torrance?
They draft right, bro. And they got 2 Super Bowls to show for it, bro.
Shit, they could take Joey Porter Jr. here or Brian Branch.
And they pick late, and they still score on their picks, man.
Yeah, there really isn't a lot of cornerbacks.
Joey Porter Jr. is the best cornerback left on the board.
They're taking Felix. They're taking Felix.
Oh, the end. Yeah, at a TCU, the D end. That's a Chiefs pick, and he's going to turn out to be really good because that's what they do.
Well, guys, that's it. That was for the night. Jarek, go do your rant.
I'm with you, brother. I'm with you. If they would have if they would have traded up to take Washington, I'd probably be even madder. But they
real quick, chat. Go look for Jarek. Are you going live for your rant, or are you just gonna go ahead and?
Oh, I'm recording. I'm just
okay. So you'll be up tonight, though.
Yeah, I'll be out tonight.
Okay, so tell everybody where they can find you so they can watch.
Yeah, so
they're gonna want.
Yeah, so find me at Jan Sports on YouTube, man. You guys can find what I'm about to do over there, man, because I am sick and tired of Brandon Beane shenanigans, man. I've been pissed off with some of his draft selections for years, and yeah, this is setting me over the top. This just makes no sense at all.
Here's my biggest concern. He's so quick to pull the trigger to move up in the draft, but he refuses to pull the trigger on a legit, bona fide player. That's what pisses me off.
I know. I'm with that too. Like, that was so important. I don't get it. Anyways, Jarek, you're more than welcome to join us tomorrow again. We will be live again. And you come on anytime, man. So I appreciate you. Mikey, appreciate you. And Bills Mafia, we love you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I still love the Bills. I'm just irritated with them tonight.
Right, but we're out of here. Bills Mafia. Go Bills. Peace.
Go Bills.
Go Bills.
Alright.